Hey guys, it's your girl AFM Stories and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the new scholarship application season, guys. In case you're not aware, we are in the scholarship application season. This is when a lot of scholarships are opening up. So this is the time that you should start getting all your documents together. So if you're interested in knowing all the things you need to get together to help you with your application, then this video is for you. You don't want to be left behind, you don't want to make a mistake, you want to be equipped for every step of the way, and that is the purpose of this video. So what's the first thing that you need to help you? Before I go into the list of things we're going to talk about today, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and after this video go binge watch my channel because I have a lot of videos on scholarships, on student life, on shifting scholarship, on career, so many other things that are going to help you to achieve your goals. I'm very passionate about making success stories out of young people, and this is one of the ways that I am doing it. So don't miss out on all the goodness on this channel. So let's get back into what the video is about. 10 things that you need to get right now to ensure that you are not backwards in your scholarship journey. So I'm actually exceeding 10 things, who knows, but let's just talk about it. So what's the first thing that you need? You need an international passport, guys. This cannot be overemphasized. To show that you're serious about traveling, to show that you have what it takes, because in the end you're going to have to travel, it's best you go get your international passport. A lot of them are going to need a means of identification, and not a lot of people even have a valid means of identification. One of the best ways to international passports, it promotes you in a good light and it demonstrates you as somebody who is ready for this. And some applications you won't even be able to go to the next stage without a passport. Like, what they need is your passport as your ID and not just any ID card. So if you don't have your international passport, this is the time for you to get it. It's the most important investment in your journey, so go get it. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing, guys. The next thing, guys, is your degree transcript. Yes, your transcript or your certificate. It's very important that you get that, because how do you want to demonstrate that you have a first degree? A lot of scholarships need to know that you successfully passed through a university, and the only way they can know this is by proof of your journey. So you need your degree transcript or your certificate. Now, I know this is where a lot of problems comes, especially for people that went to institutions like mine that don't give you a signed copy of your degree transcript. My school did not give me. What they gave me was a student transcript, and that's what I use for my application, and most scholarship applications allow this. Now, in case obviously maybe your scholarship provider specifies, one thing you can do is send them an email, ask if you can use your student transcript. But if that doesn't work, you can easily ask your school to send your degree transcript to an organization, and then obviously an organization that you have access to, and then from that organization you can have access to it to upload it. But the major reason why they don't like sending it to students is mostly because of people can doctor it and make mistakes to it. But for majority of scholarship applications, your degree transcript, that's your student's copy, is valuable to you. Some schools give you a signed copy, so you have to just figure out which one of this. But either a student copy, either a signed copy, or either one that you send to an organization, you need a degree transcript and your certificate. Now, some scholarship providers ask for just your transcript, some ask for your certificate, some ask for both. My advice to you is to start working on getting them now. If you've never gotten them now, you need to be fast because a lot of these scholarship applications are weeks to months. Some are even like they expect you to have gotten the documents before, and then there are periods when you just have to apply. So get your degree transcript and certificate. That is very important. Work on it now. Do everything you can to get it, as this is very important. Number 3, this is another thing that I always advise people to do. You need to have a list of scholarships that you are eligible for. You cannot apply to all scholarships. You can't get all scholarships. There's no point, okay? So you need to focus on what you can win depending on your background. So if you have a first class, obviously you can apply for academic excellence scholarships. You can apply for experience-based scholarship if you have also experience in addition to your academics. If you're a recent graduate, obviously you focus more on scholarships that are for recent graduates, university scholarships that focus just on your grade. And if you're not a recent graduate, let's say you are a professional and you don't have a first class or a 2-1, let's say you have a 2-2 or a third class or a 2-1, you might focus more on experience-based scholarships as well. So have a list of scholarships that you're eligible to apply for. Do not plan to apply for only one, except you're ready to go on a long journey. Sometimes it works, but my best bet for you is to have a list of schools or scholarships that you can apply for that are opening now. A good way to start the research is now. Obviously on my channel I'm going to have resources. I already have interviews with some scholars, you can check that out, but I'm going to be coming up with resources to help you to collate your list, so look out for that. But in the meantime, you can start to do your research. What scholarship am I eligible for? What schools can I apply for? And have a list of 5, at least 5. Some people even go as much as 10. It's all about how resilient and how dedicated you are. Like I always say on this channel, getting a scholarship is a full-time job, so be ready to take it on as a job, or at least a part-time job or a side hustle, because they are giving you value, so you need to put in value when you're searching for it. Number 4, you need proof of your English language. So this is very diverse. It really depends on this. That's why I said that, and the third thing you're supposed to do was your list of scholarships, because each of these scholarships have their requirements and what they need. Some scholarships allow you to just present your WAEC certificate if you are in West Africa, but if you're in other countries, there are other forms of tests like IELTS, TOEFL. Some do not require it. Some just require a letter from an organization that you have worked with that shows that maybe you communicated in English, or if you're a recent graduate, your school can send a letter that the means of communication throughout your degree was in English. So check through the specific scholarships that you want to apply to, or the schools you want to apply to, and check their English language requirements and try to get them. In some instances, providing them before they even ask can give you an edge. I've heard of this particular scholar I interviewed on my channel. You talked about how getting into USA, one thing that really helps you is just, even if they don't ask for GRE or test of English, just doing the test also helps you to boost yourself. So, but then obviously I know that people might not have the funding, so obviously that's why you need to have a list of schools and scholarships. If you know you don't have the funds to write certain tests, pick scholarships that do not require you to write those tests. So scholarships that maybe require you to just present things that you already have. However, you also want to look for things that will give you value. A lot of these tests have duration. Some, for example, for IELTS, it lasts as long as 2 years. So if you're ready to put in the work, you know that when you invest in this, you're going to get return on investment at least within 1 to 2 years. So yeah, decide on the English test, the proof. If you're going to use a letter from your organization, start to speak to whoever is going to produce the letter. If you're going to use WAEC, you have to use your original WAEC certificate, or any English test, you have to use the original. Start to get your proof of English if English is not your first language, or at least it's not recognized as your first language. That's why you need to check the eligibility criteria of this scholarships, because it's very important. The next thing that you need is referees, guys. This is very important. 99% of scholarships, I think 100%, is literally not, and I doubt there's any graduate school application or scholarship that doesn't require you to have referees. So either for just the university admission or even for the scholarship in itself. Sometimes you might even need references for both the university admission as well as the scholarship. Now, in picking your references, I think you should pick people that hold you in high esteem, or people that you have a good relationship with, especially because you might need to write multiple references. In other instances, they can create templates and give you they can create a template, obviously, that you can maybe just edit the names of the institution, or you already have the names of the scholarship you want, and then they just edit the eds, so the headings of the institution, the headings of whoever they're addressing it to. But be very careful with this as well, which is why I believe that you should have a good relationship with them, because obviously different scholarships are requiring different things of you. Some scholarship is just a test of your academic excellence, so you might need them to write a reference that fits scholarships like that. Some scholarships are just a test of your leadership, networking, and career plan. You want them to write something that's related to that. Some scholarships are a test of your dedication to sustainable development goals or development related work. You are in them to write a reference that aligns with it as well. So have people that have good relationship with you that can write different kinds of references for you for different kinds of scholarship. And so all that will need to be changed is just the headings. So that is very, very important. Your reference don't have to be the people that have the highest recognition in this life. They don't have to be the highest people in a field, though they obviously have to be maybe somebody you work with in an organization. So maybe like a head of department, or even a colleague that is subtly higher, or at least has worked with you, has seen the work that you've done, and can comment extensively on the amazing things you can do. And also academic, depending on what the scholarship requires of you. Most scholarships, you will need an academic reference, either for the scholarship application or for the university application. You will need academic references. Some require even 2, some 3. So it's very important that you also have some lecturers that you have a good relationship with. This is the time you start speaking to them, calling them, sending them messages, going to visit them, possibly even giving them gifts just to greet them. Now, I'm not saying you should do this to influence their opinion, but obviously to give them value. In terms of, we can even help them with their work or stuff, but ensure that you have referees that can speak for you, and you can tell them, oh, let's create templates, not let them create templates for you down, so that as you're applying or you're getting shortlisted or you're submitting, you guys can just edit the headings of the referees. So referees are very important. The next thing I need you to do is to have a notebook. Now this notebook is going to have different things. So notebook 1 is notebook of your work experiences or your leadership experiences, or your community development experiences or your volunteering experiences. Have a list of the things that make you phenomenal. So have a list of all the amazing things you've done in this life. Reflect, spend I think a day or a week walking around thinking. Ask people around you, what is one phenomenal thing you think I've done? What have I done? What is special about me? What have I done that can work for me for scholarship applications? So think about yourself in terms of academic leadership, in terms of development, in terms of impact. List all of your achievements, have them in a book, and detail the answers, so that as you find scholarships, you can know which of these scholarships, which example goes for, and what and how and why. Don't wait till the application time before you start thinking of your examples. Start to think about all the things that make you phenomenal, and they will even inform your type, the scholarship you go for, your course choices, and even your career plan. So this is very, very important, guys. So the next thing also that you need is you need a detailed career plan. So you need to have researched what exactly it is that you want to do. So all scholarships really will require you to talk about your career plan, what you want to do when you come back. So have that on lock. Research deeply about the impact of whatever course you want to study in whatever field or community. So have that unlocked as well. Have your research. See, once you have that, you can modify it according to different scholarships, but have your career plan together and research it. Don't just think about it off the top of your head. Let it be backed up by research. That is very, very important. Also, you need to have reviewers, guys. Very, very important. I do not believe that only you should read your essay, especially for grammatical reasons and even clarity reasons. I believe that you should have an extra pair of eyes to read it. So whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's your scholars, whether it's consultants, whoever is going to read your essay, have somebody external to read or review your essays or to discuss some of these ideas with. I also offer guidance on this, so you can check the link below to find out information about how I can work with you with thinking about, your plans, thinking about your essays or reviewing your essays or brainstorming. Check the link in the description box below. But anyways, have an extra pair of eyes that's going to read your essays. It's good to have somebody extra. Please, it's good to have somebody extra. So whether it's even just your friends, like have somebody extra to read your essays. Have that. So have them unlocked, your support system as well, because this journey is not funny. There are going to be moments in this journey that you're going to be like, hey God, what is going on? What's happening? Can you share? you know, there's going to be moments where you're going to be like, what's happening, what's going on, what's popping, you know. So you need to have that support system. You don't have to tell the whole world. You can have your family or your besties, but just someone that will be a voice of reason in this journey. Also, I'll say you should have a notebook where you jot down points from this video. So I think you should get a notebook where you do your research, so you have things that you put in learnings about the different scholarships, because beyond just having a list of scholarship, you have to do your research, you have to brainstorm, you have to have things you're writing and jotting down. So have your notebook to help you. You also need to have sticky notes, because it's very easy to forget the names and the dates and deadlines of scholarship application, trust me. So it's always better to have them up. So sticky note, this is the date that is due, these are the number of weeks I have to apply, this is what's required. Have that around your room. You have to be intentional. So this is not something that you do lackadaisically. This is something that you do with intention, guys. You need to do this with intention. Okay, so I think I even gave you guys like 11 points. But I'll say the final thing, beyond all of this, you know, beyond all the checklists and everything, it's very important that you believe in yourself and you're ready to go the extra mile for what you believe in. Because I believe that whatever you think you can or you can't, you are right, and that's it. So it's very important that you believe that you can get a scholarship, and you don't just do it blindly. Once you believe, it's not just, oh, I believe and then I won't do anything. You believe and then you do what it takes. So you pick scholarships that you know you can get if you put in the work, and then you put in the work to get it, in terms of research, in terms of introspection, in terms of writing and rewriting and planning and everything together. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to seeing the end result of it. So if you found this video very useful, let me know by dropping a comment. Like, comment, share. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments below. If you need my direct one-to-one assistance, I have a link in the comments below. I offer paid mentoring and consultation, so it's very important that you reach out to me in the comments below if you need my direct help beyond my videos as well. Thank you for watching this video. I'm really grateful. I'm excited because for you to be watching this video, it means that you're very intentional about your journey, and I know you're going to get a scholarship. I don't know the time or the date, but you will get a scholarship. Hold your head high and continue to push for it, because this is just the beginning. I remain your girl AFM Stories. If you haven't been watched all the videos on my channel, go binge watch them. There's a lot of value for you, from interviews for scholars, for tips and tricks. It's very important that you invest in whatever it is that you want. Alright guys, have a great day, night, morning, afternoon, week, year, whatever. I wish you good luck and